Hey guys, this is quite new. I'm doing this face to face, but I wanted to explain why I haven't uploaded a video in a couple of weeks. I'll try to make this quick too, because I know I tend to ramble on. But the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty hectic for me and my family. Just a lot of personal stuff that happened, and I just wasn't able to load or I wasn't able to really film anything really. If you guys don't know, I live in a one-bedroom apartment with my two little brothers and my mom and myself. And then recently my little sister actually moved back in. And so with that, my personal space has shrunken, and now she's also going to be sleeping in the living room. If you guys don't also know, I sleep on a fold-out couch. So it's a couch that turns into a bed essentially, and she sleeps on the other couch. But yeah, so my personal space and my privacy has pretty much is now zeroed out. But yeah, so that's why I also haven't filmed much. Just because they don't know I do this. Um, also, some personal stuff happened with my older sister's older son, so I just wasn't able to film because we had to situate that out, and then there was the holidays and everything. But next week on Tuesday, on the 17th, I'll be starting my spring semester of 2023. I am a junior now. If you guys also don't know, I'm also attending the Metropolitan State University of Denver. It is a commuter college. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just a college that doesn't offer dorming at all for students. Uh, it's a regular university. It's just that you have to commute there, and there is no dorms or anything offered. There is rental options that you can use, but that's a monthly basis type thing, and I just can't afford to do that. But yeah, so I am attending Metro. I am a English secondary ed major, which means I'm attending the college to be a high school English teacher. So this semester I'm also going to be starting my teacher observation, which just means I'm going to be going into classes. I'm going to be observing the teachers. I won't be student teaching. That's like I think that's going to be starting in my senior year. But yeah, so I'll just be observing what's going on in the classrooms, and I haven't been placed for any schools yet or anything like that. But hopefully it's somewhere near my home. I already did my fingerprinting process for that. That did cost me a little bit of money, but yeah, so I will start doing that. In a little bit, once I go over my stuff, I will show you guys like the detailed versions of my classes. But yes, I will be attending 4 classes. Two of them are English classes just because, I'm an English major, and two of them are just, well, one of them is like a general election, so since I still have one more general election requirement I need to get over, and another one is for my student teaching and stuff like that. But the general election and the student teaching thing will be online, and then my English classes are in person, so I don't have too much to do. Hopefully things work out. With my student teaching, I don't know if I'll be able to film or not. I will try to film as best as I can though. Also, I'm also going to try to get a new filming camera. I've been using my phone, and it's a Samsung phone, and I really want to invest in getting a camera, but for now I'm going to just go get a secondhand camera from online, and hopefully that'll be better quality than what I'm using now. I'm going to take you guys to voiceover me, and I explained how I prepare for a new semester with using Notion, and my bullet journal, and also setting up my classes for new notes and stuff like that using OneNote, because I do use a Surface Pro, and it's a Windows product, and I know a lot of people like to use Apple, but I can't afford Apple, and as much as it's very popular around this culture, I don't use Apple at all. So yeah, so I'm just gonna explain my side and how I do that. But yeah, starting forward, I'm going to try and upload weekly as much as I can, but as I said, my privacy and my personal space has shrunken a lot, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I'll take you guys to voiceover me now, and be aware it's also being voiced over on my phone, so hopefully the voiceover is great quality, and hopefully I know how to edit this whole thing. But yeah. Hello guys, so this is voiceover Jamie. I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my OneNote tour. So as you can see, I'm going towards my OneNote. This is OneNote for Windows 10. This is how it usually looks like for my classes, as you guys can see. My classes are in the left far section, and then the notes for that class are in that other section. And then on top, to create a notebook, you'll go down to notebooks, add notebook, and then I'm going to rename my notebook to Metro S for spring, and then 2023 because that's the year. And then I'm going to go ahead and click create, and then I'm going to wait for it to create. It does take a little bit time for it to load up and everything, but once it loads up, this is what a new page is going to look like. So this is how a new section is going to look like. In order to rename that section to your class, you'll just right click, press rename, and then I'm going to go ahead and rename all of my classes. I'm going to fast forward a bit on that as well. Alrighty, and then once you have all your classes created, I'm going to go ahead and change the colors for the sections to correspond with the colors on all of my other stuff. So change the colors, go to section color, right click, pick the color that corresponds with the color that you assigned for the class. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then once you finish doing that, you can go ahead and now add all your notes that you have for that class. And that's pretty much how it looks like. With OneNote, you can change pretty much everything about the page. You can type in the section. You can also handwrite. I use my Surface Pen for this. But yeah, you can handwrite, and then as you can see, you also have all the different colors for it. You do have unlimited colors really for whatever you need it, and then you can also type and delete everything when you want to. Here you can also add shapes in this tab. You can also ink to a shape, and then there's a ruler to make lines straight, and then there's a math section as well. And then the home page is like the basic like typing stuff. You can also use dictate as well to use your notes. In insert, I use the printout a lot. For printout, it's pretty much putting a slide or document onto the note itself. So here's an example. I'm going to press this old note. It'll show up as this. So you can highlight, write, and everything that you need to do on the document itself without having to do this extra stuff. And then let me go ahead and add a new page. And then there is also a classroom notebook tab. I don't use this tab often just because it's more for collaborative work with your other classmates, I guess. But yeah, and here's all my different notebooks. You can use unlimited notebooks and add unlimited sections. There is really no limit to it. And then there's also a view page where you can actually change the page color of the page itself. And then you can also change the lines on this. So there's a grid line, and there's different sizes for this grid line. There's also ruled lines. I like to use this one a lot. Just when I'm writing and stuff like that with my Surface Pen. I really like this feature, except I really wish they had bullet options as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to OneNote. I really like it. Not a lot of people tend to use it. But yeah, that is my OneNote and how I add my classrooms for it. I also wanted to show you guys my Notion page and how I prepare for classes on there as well. As you guys can see, here's my Notion page. The first thing you see is the weather widget. I'll list all the widgets down below. Helps really a lot. And then I have my importance tab right here that has my basic school info, my schedule for the school, and then some requirements for my major, and then announcements for anything that comes up. And then my live tab that has my to-do list, my weekly schedule, and then any school goals that I have. And then my scholarships, to any links to scholarship websites, and then the quickest links to my student hub and my student banner and my Outlook email. And then under all that is the monthly calendar to list out any important due dates, anything that's starting up, any tuition deadlines and stuff like that. And then on the side here, I have my favorites tabs that has quickest link. And then the classrooms. This is how I locate all of my classrooms. Just going to a quick classroom on one of these. This is just how I locate everything. This is an example of one of them. As you guys can see, it's just the basic template that Notion offers. If you go to a new page and click templates, and then under student, it's going to be the classroom home template that they offer. I don't do anything fancy with it. It's just, I just fill out everything that Notion offers onto there that my teachers hand out. So I change it. I assign a color to the classroom and everything. I don't do much for the weekly schedule, but there is an announcements page for anything that does end up popping up. And then the syllabus page I do use a lot to fill out all the syllabus and the course schedule, of course. I use the course schedule a lot because it has information that I need on hand and need to go to quickly, and I just need it all in one spot, as well as the reading requirements as well. But yeah, and then I have the course schedule as well, that everything that's pretty much in the syllabus, and then the instructor's info, which I won't press because obviously that's private information. And yeah, that's pretty much how my Notion looks like. It's not, complicated. I try to make everything, quick and easy. And then here in my to-do list, this is pretty much a breakdown of my to-do, of all the homework that I need to do, and then also a calendar view of it. It really helps out a lot to know what's in progress and what I need to do pretty much for it. And then next I have my weekly schedule, which helps break down what days I'm going to do my homework and when things are due. And then I have my classes as well and the colors assigned to it as well. And then any extra or notes I need to take note of. And then on the bottom here, it's some homework that's due either next week or upcoming that isn't next week. And then also a quote widget as well that helps out. And I don't really use the overdue or the backlog much. They're just extra stuff, but then I have notes and yeah. And back to my home page, I'll show you guys my schedule for this semester. So as you guys can see, I have one class every day, Monday through Thursday. And then I also have a PDF version of this file, just more detailed. But yeah, on Monday I have my English 4600 class at 9:30 to 4:45. And then my English 2220 on Tuesdays. And then I have my other two classes online. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays I will be having work. So I didn't put that in there because I just wanted my school info. But yeah, that's pretty much how my schedule is going to be looking like this semester. It's not too much, but I really enjoy it. And then next I will also be showing you my course requirements I have for my major. So as you can see, if you go to there, you'll see all the classes that I need to take for my major. It is a lot, but as you can see, I finished the majority of them pretty much. I just need to do my in-class preparation, and that's really it. But it really helps keep track of all the classes I need to take for next semester and the semesters moving forward. Yeah, that's pretty much how my Notion looks like. I really love it. I try to make it as simple as possible, just because my mind can't work if it's too complicated and there's too much going on. I just really like it simple and not too, complex. And yeah, that's pretty much how I set up my Notion for the school semester. And finally, I also wanted to go ahead and show you guys my bullet journal. So this is the Archer and Olive, I want to say B5 size bullet journal. I'm not too sure though. I got this from a separate retailer, so not from the actual Archer and Olive's website, but I'll list everything that I can down below if I still have that information. But yeah, this is how I start the new year. I just have the 2023 title page, and then on the next page I have the year at a glance, so I have all the months listed down and everything. And so the next page is actually my classroom information and my class schedule. So as you can see, I have my classes labeled and color coded, as well as have all the information that I need for that class, like schedules, what class teacher info and everything. And then on the other side, I have my class schedule, so I can list down what days there is. But as you can see, the last GMP 1010 class, it's crossed out because that is now online. But yeah, I have everything, like the times and everything. And then after that, I have the January month start, and so I have the month at a glance, And then the next page is the weekly. As you can see down below, I have the classes labeled and everything. So when I highlight it and everything, like in this example here, you can see that the highlighted portion is for that class. And so I can cross out that class once I'm done with the assignment and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much how I schedule my homework and everything. And yeah, this is pretty much how I set up my journal for the new year, for a new semester. And yeah, it does take a lot of time, but I really enjoy it and I like having my own schedule. Thank you guys for listening and sticking through with this video. I know this is quite new and hopefully I make the voiceover correct and everything. And yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe. I do try to do weekly vlogs, but it's kind of complicated right now. But hopefully things get situated. But yeah, I hope you like this and I hope this helps you prepare for the new semester as well for you. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. Bye.